it's Ann Hill, and we're in the city of Van Alstyne. We're talking to Pacesetter Homes, so if you are looking to buy new construction, you don't want to miss this video. And guys, as you know, I've been doing a heavy focus on the area. I believe in Van Alstyne. There's so many advantages to today's buyers and today's family, and love to just get to know Mel and just learn from her in terms of what her offerings are today. So Mel, so great to be with you today.
Yeah, thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having us. So can you tell us, maybe let's start with what attracted you to Pacesetter Homes?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in this industry, and of course Pacesetter wasn't my first builder to work with, but I really was drawn to them about the uniqueness of their homes, that it's a privately owned company, it's not a publicly traded company. So you really do get that extra care and attention from a private company rather than a big, huge publicly traded company. And so that was really one thing I was drawn to. Plus, you do have a lot of unique features that are in each one of our homes. So I think that brings uniqueness to the buyer. They're able to, call it their own, and even our quick move-in homes, no two of our homes look alike. So I think that's a really unique feature that they have. Plus, with their, our attention and focus to our customers and their experience and everything else. So I just look to Pacesetter Homes for that.
That's incredible. So give us a little bit of history on Pacesetter Homes for those that may not be familiar with Pacesetter as a builder.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pacesetter Homes, we've been building for over 75 years. So you're going to get that quality in your craftsmanship, that experience behind building the homes, and for a lot of builders, being in the industry for that long is kind of unheard of. Especially, we're almost 25 years away from being a century into the business. But we're one of the largest builders in Canada. We're based out of Edmonton, and we're not new to building, but we are new to Texas. So we moved down to the Texas area in 2007 in our Austin division, and then to DFW in 2017. So like I said, we're not new to building, but we are new to Texas, and we're continuing to grow. We have over 20 communities, and now we're expanding even over to the Fort Worth side and Justin area. So
that's incredible. So can you maybe share a little bit about, you mentioned that it's a Canadian company. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you guys took from building or starting out in Canada, mm-hmm. and you're transitioning over to Texas that may be very new to the building process?
Well, I think one of the things that we give, besides the uniqueness of our homes, is, think about it, we're coming from a different country altogether. One of the things that we're known for are our windows and the open light and stuff like that. And that's something that we get a lot of compliments on, and then our unique craftsman features that a lot of other builders don't do. So I think that's one of our main things. Coming from there and being, building for the last 75 years, that we really bring to the U.S. market.
That's incredible, Mel. That's incredible feedback. So can you share some of the type of customers or the type of buyers that come in and actually purchase one of the homes in your community? What's attracting them to this area?
So we have an array of different customers, but I think a lot of people come to Van Alstyne because of the infrastructure and the growth that's coming to the area. And, we have Texas Instruments down the street, so we have a lot of people who are relocating for that, right between Sherman, Anna, Melissa, McKinney. So we are kind of in the middle of that new growth area in North Texas, with still able to having that small town feel.
Yes.
So, you're not bombarded by just constant building going on, the way that Van Alstyne has, really applied their mindset for the growth of the community with infrastructure that they've set into place for the next 5, 10, 15 years. I think is going to really be beneficial to the area. Plus, there's an A-rated school district here, where our community is located right between the middle school and the junior high. So great walking distance, for those people that have children that are going to school on top of the A-rated school district. I think that brings a lot of people into the area.
Yes.
Plus all the parks and outdoor recreation facilities that they have here as well. And for those commuters, we're right off of 75. So easy shot to Dallas, Richardson, and everything else. And we're even close to Oklahoma. So really, anyone can work anywhere and live in the community. So I really think, with the potential of Van Alstyne, that brings a lot of people here.
Absolutely. No, that's a great point that you made. It's easy commute. I mean, you're probably 7 minutes from Highway 75.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes it very easy to get in and out of the community, get where you're needing to go.
Yeah.
But there's so much that is already here and things that are coming down the pipeline.
Yes.
So it's going to end up being one of those communities where you really don't have to leave your home or your hometown to get what you're looking for yourselves or for your children, entertainment, food. And let me tell you, the food is amazing. My husband and I, every time we come down here, we stop at the Asian food truck. The hibachi. The hibachi grill. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now, one of the things that really is unique about your community is your lot sizes.
Yes.
You guys have some pretty large lots. Can you kind of tell us about what the standard in comparison to what you guys are offering to your buyers?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, we're going to be a smaller community, as far as, home count wise. But the home sites that we have, I mean, we could put 2 houses on them, but we really save that space for those 50 by 120, 60 by 120, and 70 by 120. I even have a home site that is 90 by 120 as well.
Amazing.
So you have those larger home sites, so that way you have, again, that feel that you're not, crowded on top of people, to where you can add that 3rd car garage. You can add, on some of our floor plans, a 4th car garage, and have that space between your neighbors and really feel like you're driving kind of into the country, without being too far from anything, and having that privacy and that nice open space in your backyard for a pool or anything else. And even throughout our community, we have walking trails, cornhole court, picnic pavilions. So it really does, have that nice open feel that I think a lot of people are looking for. And that's why a lot of people have been attracted to our community.
So can you tell us, once your community is finalized and all the homes are built out, how many homes will be in this community?
Yeah, so in this space right now, we have about probably like 125 homes and probably 75 to 100 in our second phase. So really overall, maybe around 250.
Yes.
Yeah, so not a huge master plan community. We're gonna be a small community. We're only gonna have 2 phases. And like I said, we're really gonna, if you're really looking for those larger backyards or that more space in between, your neighbor's home, and if you're looking for that garage space and stuff like that, then this is
for you. Yeah, absolutely. So we've talked a lot about the community so far. Tell us about your HOA and your tax rate.
Yeah, absolutely. So HOA is only $600 a year. There's no mud, no PID in this community, so yay.
Yes.
Tax rate is 2.23, and that doesn't include any homestead exemptions. So that's going to be just your tax rate with school and stuff like that, all included inside of it. And then,
That's yes. So what we're getting at is that the homes out here are very affordable. Can you kind of talk to us about your starting price point and incentives that buyers can take advantage of today? I've mentioned in some of our previous videos that I called out the elephant in the room, that a lot of buyers are on the fence right now because affordability, right?
Absolutely.
People want to transition, but they need to be able to afford where they're going to live. So can you talk to us about price point, where you're starting at, and roundabout approximately how many square feet they would be able to purchase at that price point?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now our homes are starting off at $366 to the mid 400s. So we have about 14 different floor plans that they can choose from, with a lot of options. That's another thing that Pacesetter Homes is known for, are your choices and your options from your home. So we have that, and the square footage ranges from about 1,800 to over 3,000 square foot, close to 4,000 square foot homes, anywhere between 3 bedrooms, and we even have a floor plan that we can get up to 7 bedrooms in.
Wow, so incredible.
Yes, so it's really great. And right now we're doing a 4.99 fixed rate with no closing costs, or you can pick an appliance package as well. Those are going to be for our quick move-in homes. We have about 4 left right now. That'll be ready before the school year starts. So those will be July move-ins. So it's really great, time to go ahead and take advantage of those. And those are starting off at $424.
That's amazing.
So yeah, you definitely have that. And then we also, since we are a semi-custom builder, we can build from the ground up. It takes about 6 to 7 months to build our homes. And like I said, we go through the whole experience with our people that are building and our quick move-ins through each step. So yeah.
So if someone chose to build from the ground up, you mentioned that you're semi-custom. Can you kind of explain what that is for buyers or viewers that may not know?
Absolutely. So Pacesetter Homes is a builder of choice. So we have choices between our lenders. We have 2 lenders that we work with. We also have a lot of standard features that come with our homes that offer choices. So from our cabinets to our countertops, faucets, there's a lot of different options that are standard that you can choose from. So that makes us a semi-custom builder to where we can do structural options and design features and everything else in your home that you can choose from.
That's amazing. So if someone were ready to get started, Mel, can you kind of share that process in terms of building? You said 6 months. So, what does the overall process entail?
So we sit down, we find out what home site's going to work for you, what you're needing in your next home and what you're lacking in your current home. And so we go through that process, find a floor plan that works for you, find a home site that works for you as well. And then we go through the pre-approval process with our lenders. So like I said, we're a builder of choice. So you have 2 different lenders that you can work with, Service First and Benchmark Mortgage. And then once we have a pre-approval in hand, we have our home site figured out, we have all of our structural options tied down, then we'll go through and do a contract. So once that contract is completed, we'll meet at our next appointment to pick out all of your exteriors of your home, your paint, your front door, your brick, if you want stone, all those options. Once that's done, you're going to meet with our design team. So you actually go to a design center, which not a lot of builders offer anymore.
Right.
And you're going to sit down with our design team. You have about 2 hours to sit with them, go through all of the different samples, and make that home really customizable to you. And again, we have a lot of choices that are in our standard options that you don't have to pay extra for. So it's kind of up to you whether you want to upgrade or you have these options that are standard that come with the home.
Right.
And then once that's done, we meet with our high voltage and low voltage people. They're called in charge. And so that way you can add in lights in the front. If you have any custom wiring like a car charger that you want to put in your garage, if you want to add in a media space and have that surround sound put in before you move, we can absolutely do that. And then once that's done, we kind of get everything together. We meet before we even start the home and do what's called our pre-construction meeting. So our construction manager and myself will meet with you. We'll go through all of your blueprints to make sure that everything looks great to the buyer and that everything is in place. We always have a lot of checkpoints in our builds to make sure that once we put our name on something, that it's exactly what you're wanting. And then once that's done, 2 weeks after that, we start breaking ground. And you get updates each week with photos about, what your home is doing right now and, what new things are going in. So that way the buyer is completely involved in the process because it's exciting and we want them to be on every page that we're doing. And then once that's done, we even do a pre-drywall meeting. So that way buyers can go in, we look at the framing structure. You can even write little notes or scriptures on the frame of your home.
That's nice.
And it makes it such a unique touch to that as well. And then after that, we get prepared to go through each step. We do a pro home meeting, which is you actually meet with the warranty company. So the warranty company comes out, gives you an entire orientation on your home, on how to turn off your emergency water valve, how to turn off your gas, how many times to water your yard, a week to maintain your foundation and everything else. So it's a full educational orientation that our warranty company actually gives our buyers. And they do their blue tape walkthrough with them. And then our construction manager meets with them. It's a big process, but we love that our buyers are involved in each step of the way because it's a big investment for the buyer. I mean, the house is one of the largest expenses that you're going to do in your whole life.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal. And again, it's one of, it's your private sanctuary, and we want to make sure that you're involved in the entire process and that everything goes very smoothly. So
I love how detail oriented you are, just in terms of your process is concerned, the communication, the overall experience that you're trying to create for the buyers. It also sounds perfect for someone that might be transitioning into the Dallas area from out of state.
Absolutely.
So you never get lost in the trenches in terms of what's going on with your home. You're always informed and up to date. It sounds like you probably also take pictures too each week as you're giving updates as to what's happening. So I love that. It sounds like you've got options for people that don't want to pick anything out.
Yeah.
If they're just ready to move into a home that's beautifully designed, you've got options for them.
We do.
But for someone that wants to customize and build from the ground up, you've got plenty of opportunities for them as well.
Yes.
So, Mel, thank you so much for taking the time to
Absolutely.
give us an overview of your community, of Pacesetter Homes, and you as a sales rep. So, guys, I'd love to bring you out here to River Ranch to give you an introduction of the community and all of the benefits. As you heard Mel say directly, that these homes are beautiful, but they're also very, very affordable, and they've got some great promotions going on. If you'd like to learn more or to schedule a time to come meet with us in person, click the link below. Thank you so much for watching.